Welcome in to the DNVR Avalanche pregame show. We got Eric, AJ, and Rudo coming to you live as the Avs take on the Detroit Red Wings. And let's be honest, this game is a footnote in the news of today.
Footnote.
Everyone else wants to talk about the trades, and those matter a whole lot more, particularly because the traded guys are not going to be here for this game. So the Avs roster is interesting. We'll put it that way.
Interesting.
But if you haven't viewed our emergency podcast or any number of other resources we have put out there about the Avs trades, whether it be the pre-trade video about Casey Middlestat or any of the other content here on YouTube or that AJ has written on the website, go check those out. Little pregame reading or viewing for you there. Quick general thoughts. We don't have to get too deep into it, but big win for the Avs today as far as the non-actual hockey stuff.
Yeah, today was the Love is Blind equivalent of the relationship from season 1 that is still going strong.
Cameron, baby!
They got married, and they are still married, and they have a podcast together, and they're rocking and rolling.
Jesus.
All right, now
I'm just saying.
Speak that in normal human terms, Eric.
Well, I love it. How's that?
That is normal human terms.
Normal human
there.
terms.
Well said.
J'aime ça en français, in French.
French aren't normal people.
Yeah, true.
Oh, and I was the borderline racist one. Unreal.
Are we allowed to talk about the shirt? Or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was such a good day. It's a watermelon day. It's a watermelon day.
Been a while since we've seen it.
Has been a minute.
Haven't been a lot of good days lately.
Fair enough.
This was a great day. I agree. Great day.
I do bring this up because, you know, if the outcome of the game doesn't go the Avs' way, it's because they're about to get bolstered reinforcements in spades. Not just the trades, but Val Nichushkin as well.
Yeah, I mean, you're adding Val Nichushkin, Casey Middlestat, and Sean Walker in the span of a week.
Yep.
There's only because they have 3 days off after the game on Friday, so it's like...
if they're not here Friday...
Yeah, exactly. Like, if Nichushkin doesn't return on Friday, then all right, next week. But, yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the deadline's all about. You know, Nichushkin's just sort of... The timing just sort of worked out that way.
Yeah, exactly. Colorado did good work today.
Yeah.
Even if they lose this game 10-0.
Tidy bit of business, man.
So, I all I'm saying is the number of you that did not give C-Mac his due.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Little mea culpa, perhaps, is due after today.
A lot of people hanging out in our chat right now that were, C-Mac's not going to do anything. C-Mac's not even a wig. C-Mac doesn't have any balls. C-Mac this and C-Mac that. Because of the Lars Eller deal and ignoring all the things that went well that happened over the summer. And focusing purely on Ryan Johansson and Lars Eller.
Yep. And you'll see
it turns out they were in a different situation this year. They were in a situation where they could comfortably go for it. Whoa, did they go for it?
Watch Lars Eller go again.
That'd be awesome.
Friday. He's going to.
He'll go somewhere?
It just didn't work, but he is a hot commodity. I mean, he is for a playoff team. So
I mean, he's Danish. He is pretty good looking.
Love is blind.
Was that thumbs up for me, Tiff? Yeah. Should we just, since we're talking about C-Mac anyway, why not just let the man talk for himself?
How we doing, gang? All right, guys, go ahead.
Chris, those moves were very close in time. Was getting Sean Walker a parlay to send Bo to Buffalo and get Middlestat?
It was certainly part of the equation. It would have been really hard to do to move Bo. It was hard to move Bo, period. He's an amazing human being, a great hockey player. So that's one of the tougher things we've ever had to do. But definitely getting a really good defenseman in return was certainly part of the equation for us, yes.
You saw a lot of teams making moves today. Why do you think top level teams are making moves today? And just in your opinion.
Yeah, that's a good question. There's 3 games tonight. We're one of them. So, I think teams are always sort of like, you got to manage your roster and your cap. And, on game day, you don't want to necessarily take guys out if you can't get their replacements in. So I think maybe that's part of it, or maybe it's just coincidence. So, as you see, we had to recall 2 guys tonight because we couldn't get Sean and Casey in. So maybe that's part of it.
You guys took a gamble over the summer on the Ryan Johansson deal, and he's under contract for another year. Right? How big was it for you to not only trade that contract before next season, but to do it here now in March?
Yeah, Ryan was a really, he put everything he had into it. It just wasn't working for whatever reason, and he's a really good person too. So, but definitely the cap logistics of it was definitely an important part. We still, the Gabe situation is still very much an unknown at this point, and managing that part and having the taser extension kick in was definitely part of the math calculation as well, because we're going to be tight.
There's a lot of centers moved in the last couple of weeks, so how important was it to get not somebody that's just going to be a rental, but somebody could be around for a little while?
Huge. Yeah, it was huge. When Joe and I and the staff look at it, it's obviously a premier position in the middle of the ice. Where were we getting the next our 2C? We do believe Callum Ritchie has that potential, but he's still very young, and we want him to cook and come when he's ready to thrive, not survive at the NHL level. So I think getting a player in this age bracket with the controllability, as you referenced, was really important. It's trading a Bo Byram, you're not trading him unless you're getting something that you're really excited about in an important slot in your lineup. And it was a hard decision, but we feel it was the right one.
What do you like about Casey's game, and does he project as a second-line center from the day he walks in here?
We believe so. I think he's their leading scorer, but he's got good hands. He's a very good playmaking center with really good vision. We think the last 2 years his game has taken a jump. He's gotten stronger with experience, and we think there might even be another level to his game, and we think we have a very good role for him. So we're excited. We're excited to get him in the burgundy and blue and go from there.
With all of the trades you guys made today, you somehow managed to accumulate an extra $2.5 or so million in cap space. I guess the deadline is still 40-something hours away. Are you done, or is there still a possibility for more?
Well, we're always trying to improve, and I know you guys probably get tired of us saying that. So we're, if this ends up being all that we do, we feel we're better today than we were yesterday. But we're gonna, leave no stone unturned and see what the next 48 hours holds with the deadline on Friday. But we're breathing easier today than we were yesterday. That's for sure.
You mentioned Landeskog being an unknown. What do you know about his progress at this point?
Just that things are going well, Ryan, but there's a lot of runway still. We're 2 years in, and again, we miss Gabe immensely. He's a super hockey player, but this is uncharted territory, and he's doing everything we can. He's getting the best medical care, but we're hopeful. But there's still lots of runway there.
You said you're breathing easier today than you were yesterday, and you also said how difficult it was to trade Bo. That sounds to me like there was great emphasis on finally solving that 2C issue for you.
Yeah, I mean it's a crucial position to do what we're going to hopefully try and do come playoff time. When you look at the teams in the West and any team, you got to be strong in the middle of the ice, and we feel as good as our back end was with Bo. We feel Sean Walker is going to come in and do a really good job. He's a really good player in his own right, and being able to put him in that mix and put Casey and solidify the second line and give the coaches and our players another weapon there, we felt was really important.
As you mentioned, the Johansson thing didn't work out for whatever reason. A lot of times someone in your position will double down because you put your name on it. But is this another message to not only the locker room fans that we're all in, we're going for it? It's not Is it any different than that? It just feels like you're all in.
I think it just was a matter of it wasn't working, and we had to fix it. And it demanded attention, and we felt this was the right move. It wasn't easy. I keep saying that because Bo is a special player. He's young, and you know, he helped us win immensely. So I'd be lying to you if I said it didn't put a pit in my stomach, because it did. But I felt it was the right move at this time for the club.
Nico was saying that.
Go ahead, Megan, then we'll go here.
Leadership has had influence on some of these new additions. MacKinnon has weighed in on players like Parise. I was curious with some of these new additions and throughout this deadline, what those voices have been like throughout the process.
Our guys are really supportive. They're Nathan and Cale, Miko, and Devon, Andrew. We lean on them. I pick their brain, and Joe picks, you know, the brain, coaches, everybody, you know, they have a voice, and it's important. I think those guys have done a great job building this culture, and they have a feel for what's going to fit in, and I think when guys come in here, it will elevate their game as well, and I think that's because of those players.
Pat? Nico was saying today that he viewed Val as almost like a trade deadline acquisition when he comes back. Do you kind of view it that? Is that kind of part of the equation when you're making his return?
It was certainly important. If Val wasn't in a good spot physically and mentally, that's a huge piece of our top six lineup. And I mean, you guys seen him play and what he's capable of doing and how well he was playing. He touches every facet of our lineup: power play, penalty kill, 5-on-5, 3-on, all of it. So getting him back, trade deadline or however you phrased it, Pat, it's just a massive addition because he's such a good player. And you put him in and Casey Middlestat, and it's sort of like 2/3 of a second line that we didn't have in our lineup last week.
About three, 4 more. Go ahead, Colleen.
You talk about MacKinnon and all the guys that are playing now. Did you have conversations with Gabe as the captain with these personnel changes?
I talk to Gabe all the time. He's our captain. He's in touch with our group. So not sure day-to-day type things on every potential acquisition or thing we're kicking around, but certainly the important stuff. He has a big voice and is always gives me an honest opinion and assessment of things, and somebody that we lean on and will continue to lean on in all facets of our team.
Evan?
You talk about, obviously, the trade deadline here, but you also have Nikolai Kovalenko coming over after his season's over.
Yep.
So do you guys view him as someone who can help out down the stretch?
We do believe he can, yes. They're down 2-1, as you know, and listen, it's gonna be an adjustment, right? It's good hockey over there. He's not a kid. He's not 18 or 19. He's a man. We do believe there is an NHL player there. How quick, it's an adjustment, right? He's never played over here, but we're really excited about how he may potentially fit in the lineup. So definitely looking forward to seeing what he can do. We're excited about that we were able to get him signed, and he's had a very good year. So he's a good prospect for us.
Ryan?
You talked to us about Georgiev's fit, I think, the last time we talked to you, but how comfortable are you with this goaltending tandem or maybe kind of trio that you have here moving into the postseason?
Well, it's Eustace has done a nice job here. Forget the fact, the back-to-back shutouts. He's just played good hockey games and given us a chance to win, even going back to the game in Detroit. And whether it's slowing down for him or he's practicing up here, I think that's a big difference. You getting reps with MacKinnon and Rantanen and NHL shooters. It's different, and I think it's an adjustment, and it's easy to be impatient and think that a Eustace Annunen or an Ivan Prosvetov can't be the guys, and sometimes you have to see if they can be the guy before you know if they're the guy. So I think Ivan, it was the right time for him to go down and play consistently, and we've seen what he's done. So listen, it's a very small sample size. but Eustace was drafted. You know, he was really liked by our scouts. He's been a good American League goalie. He's taking advantage of the opportunity that he's been given here. Hopefully he can continue to do that, and you know, we're excited to see it.
Last one, Kyle. You mentioned Val earlier. Now that he's missed time in the playoffs and now a big chunk of this season, just what's the organization's level of confidence in him that he can return to the lineup and put some of those past issues behind him?
High. You know, he's done. He's tackled the treatment, the way he tackles his on ice and off ice conditioning. I'm proud of him, and first and foremost, hopefully he's in a good place, which we believe he is. And you know, he's a husband, he's a dad, and he's a member of our team. But we just want Val to be healthy. Bonus will be getting Val back to what he was in the fall and previous years with us. We all know his importance. He's been a monumental piece for us and our on-ice success, so we're all pulling for him.
Great. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Lot to cover there. We do have a game to talk about tonight as well, though. Alexander Georgiev in with none of the trade guys showing up tonight. You end up with...
Lazy.
Okay.
If they were really committed to the Cup,
they'd make the planes fly faster.
they would get here.
Sure.
Lazy, not committed.
Because they're not here, Jean-Luc Foudy and Andre Pavel in on the Avs' fourth line, and Caleb Jones will be in on defense again for Colorado. Who's got to eat, though? Who's going to step up, go to Circle K, and get some goals scored tonight?
I'm going to go, because I never lie, I'm going with MacKinnon tonight, because we know you just said there's a bunch of guys missing.
Yeah.
But I feel he's going to be an important guy to bridge the gap, you know, I mean, between the top end guys and, you know, and that's kind of why I picked him this morning right there, right? Tiff, 8:33 a.m., so that's before all the brouhaha of the afternoon, so makes even more sense now. He's my Circle K eater of the night, MacKinnon.
One for Lecky. You go.
How about it?
Okay. Like I said off the show, given the other work the Avs did today, I don't care if the Avs... they can lose this game 10-1. They got to score one goal because Nathan MacKinnon's got to keep his point streak. That's it. That's the only thing I care about. So McKinnon's my eater. Got to see Nathan MacKinnon keep the point streak going, keep the work up for the Hart Trophy. The outcome of this game, should the Avs win it? Yeah, probably. Would it be nice for them to win it in the standings? Yeah, probably. But there are bigger fish to fry today.
Yeah. Word. Well said.
Who you got, though? Who eating?
That was it. It was MacKinnon.
Cool.
I want the point streak to continue. I would love for other things to happen too, them to win the game and whatever. You know, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Just let MacKinnon keep the streak.
Yep.
He's not allowed to lose it this week against Detroit and Minnesota.
Some stupid bull. Yeah.
It would hurt.
All right. Those are our Circle K eaters. Make sure you're eating at Circle K with Circle K's Inner Circle. Go to CircleK.com/Inner Circle today to get signed up. When you do, you get 25 cents off per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups of gas and a bunch of amazing game day deals on snacks, especially on weekends. Make sure you're getting your snacks from Circle K. Now that we've got the eaters, what are their 3 keys to success tonight?
Yeah, we'll go quick here. Again, wrote this before, but before the brouhaha. But number 1, match the desperation. I mean, the Wings are in the playoff mode for a while now. Be tenacious. Take advantage of the hole left by Dylan Larkin's absence.
Yep.
Big hole there. I mean, again, the Avs have a few holes tonight, but so do the Wings with Dylan Larkin not being there. So leads me to special teams are big tonight. I mean, they're big every night, but they're huge tonight. It just be sharp, be tight, be Pistons on the PK. Don't let guys like Kane pick you apart, you know. Get lots of looks on the PP, you know. This is going to be very important tonight. Number 3, 5-man units in all 3 zones. Know your assignments. Be a step ahead. Play to your identity as a team. I don't care who's missing. Like I said, like you said, again, it's a weird night. It's weird, you know. Just try to get the win, but try to play to your identity. And then go at them. There's no excuses.
Yep. Keep it simple tonight. Don't overthink
And
it.
I'd like to add, and I think it's awesome. I'm a hockey nerd freak, but when you coach 600 games for one franchise, I think it's awesome. And that's been our 600 game tonight, so
Pretty lofty numbers there.
I think it's pretty awesome.
A lot of games.
Whether you like him or not,
It goes
I
fast.
think he's been fantastic, but it's a lot of freaking games, and to keep it fresh every day.
You hire a guy, you'd love to get 600 games out of him.
Are you kidding me? It's awesome.
Yep.
It's great.
You're trying to get 200 out of him.
Awesome.
You take it every single time.
Yeah.
Let's get to my bets really quick. Make sure you're sipping on a Coors Light while you do. I'm taking the Avs to win the first period. I'm taking a Makar power play point, and I'm taking MacKinnon for at least 9 shots on goal.
Holy shit.
It's plus 800.
That's so many.
It is a lot of shots.
I can't believe it's only plus 800 with 9 shots on goal.
Take one more, and it's plus 1,200.
That's
Jesus.
so many shots.
It's a MacKinnon night. That's where I'm at with
And
it.
he's going to play a shit ton.
Oh my God, man. That's going to be how many shots I take when the Avs win the cup again this year.
Ooh, let's go. I think everybody should be feeling real good about the Avs. I don't know how you should feel about this game. We'll see how it goes.
Honestly, we talked about there being, we mentioned it on the show the other day, an emotional shakeup in the room to move a guy. They moved 2 on the same day.
Yep.
I think my gut feeling here is that they come out absolutely on fire.
yeah.
I hope for that, but we'll see.
Sometimes you can lose a game when you play like that because you're so amped up that you're
go over the top a little bit.
Exactly. That you play really bad hockey, but you play it with a whole lot of energy.
Well, channel that energy into your Bet365 bets. Get with Bet365. Use the DNVR 365 code today. $5 in on any NHL game gets you $150 in bonus bets. Of course, please gamble responsibly. Must be located in Colorado. Be 21 plus. And if you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER today. Speed run complete. We are now going to go over to our watch along feed, which you're going to want to join because we're giving away a dope Coors Light Avalanche sign on the watch along today. So be sure to tune in for that. We'll be giving it away at the last commercial break. You do have to enter through a link we have in the chat in the watch along, though. We'll talk more about it on the watch along. We love you. We'll talk to you in like 2 minutes.
We all silly like the mayor.